Well, the Devils lost, so it's not exactly going to be the best Q&A, and I'm not exactly the happiest man in the room right now. But regardless, welcome to Q&A number 22 here at the Unlimited YouTube channel and Facebook group page. And if you want questions answered in a future Q&A video, go to the Facebook group page, Wrestling Unlimited or WPW Unlimited, and post questions when I post the status asking for them. Or you can submit them by messenger, or by text, or by fucking email, or send me a letter in the mail. I don't care. Just send me more questions like the ones I got today. This is a monumental Q&A because I have gotten so many great questions from, sadly, just 3 people. But it's enough to do a longer Q&A than I usually do, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the first 10 of Walter Main's 20 questions. First, when will Chuck Palumbo get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame? Next year. 2017. Yeah. 2017. Will he be in the Hall of Fame? I mean, Drew Carey is. Pete Rose is. Coco Beware is. So yeah. Next year, 2017, is the year of Chuck Palumbo. Why is Vince McMahon winning the Royal Rumble? Because who needs wrestling ability, or mic skills, or charisma, or, I don't know, maybe an age under 40, when you, my friend, are Vince McMahon. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Who needs all of those attributes when you have God himself? Vince McMahon. Not Triple H. Sorry, Schleg Daddy. God himself is Vince Kennedy McMahon. So, yeah. He's going to win the Royal Rumble, bitches. And I hope you're happy about that. And I hope you realize that it's happening. Why has Randy Orton never gotten therapy for the voices in his head? Because that might that might have a negative effect on his raging ring boner. Was Lance Storm ever allowed to be serious for a minute? They gave him promo time. They gave him mic time. They gave him a faction to work with. So yeah, he was allowed to be serious. Why is Mark Jindrak the greatest wrestler of all time? Oh man, Mark Jindrak. He should be a Hall of Famer. Fuck. Drew Carey. Drew Carey's a bad enough Hall of Famer. Mark Jindrak should go into the Hall of Fame, damn it. Who is the greatest WWE cameraman of all time? They all suck equally. Why is Cheeks the greatest star never to be in WWE? Because he believes in the indies where everyone's going to fucking know him and no one's going to give one single fuck. Why didn't Mike Knox break Bruno Sammartino's title record like he should have? That's reserved for only one man. One man. Roman Reigns, the guy who... oh, fuck, I forgot. I screwed up the freaking song. Hang on a second, hold on. Roman Reigns, the guy with the biggest pecs. Roman Reigns, the guy who has lots of sex. Roman Reigns, I don't give a single shit. Roman Reigns, move out of the way or he'll hit. Hit single, ladies and gentlemen. Why is The Rock the worst talker of all time? He takes after his cousin, Roman Reigns. Why didn't Disco Inferno win the WWE title like he should have? This Q&A, this is fun, guys. I miss this. I love these fun questions. This is great. I know that I want to be serious during most Q&As, but you know, asking a couple fun questions like these won't necessarily hurt. So if you have fun questions, go ask them in a future Q&A video. Matthew Mullins, your thoughts on John Cena coming back after 2 months off and then getting injured? And what's your thoughts on AJ, Gallows, and Nakamura possibly signing with WWE? The second part of that question, I'm more curious than I am excited. I want to see what WWE does with those three guys. If there will be a Bullet Club reformation, will there be? Will they all go on singles runs? You know, I'm curious to see what happens with them because those are three great signings right there. I know you had Luke Gallows before, but you have not had AJ Styles in a huge role, and you've never had Nakamura. So I'm really curious. I'm excited. But I'm more curious than I am excited. Excited is right here. Curious is definitely up here. Thoughts on John Cena getting injured? Couldn't have picked the worst time to get hurt. Listen, injuries can happen at any time, and I've said this before. They can happen at any time. But damn, did this happen at a terrible time. It would have been more easy to handle if it would have been easier to handle if this happened after Mania and not right before Mania. Just in my opinion, because now I'm pretty sure that WWE did have plans to do Cena versus Undertaker, and now Taker needs another opponent. I see a couple guys as potentials, but ultimately, John Cena should have been the opponent, and that's my opinion. I apologize. I mentioned earlier that 3 people asked questions in this Q&A. It was actually 4. I did get a lot of good questions from you guys, and I thank you for that. So my thoughts on Cena being injured, it couldn't have happened at a worse time, but is it really my hill to die on? No. Will it change the product? Not really. It's still going to be the same, in my opinion. It's not going to change anything. Do you think Big Show should retire like the fans chant at him? Been saying that for 6 years. Will Triple H return as the number 30 entrant and win his 14th world title? Yes. Yes. And in a video coming soon, I will explain my reasoning for that. Can I get a... hold on. Will Roman Reigns be the champion at WrestleMania 32? Going into 32, no. Leaving 32, yes. Will Seth Rollins be WWE World Heavyweight Champion in 2016? Probably not till the end. If he does win the title, it'll probably be sometime in the fall. I think sometime in the fall. Will the WWE Women's title ever return? And will Hulk Hogan ever return to WWE? The second part of that question, yes. There is no possible way that the Benoit treatment could be given to Hogan for so long. Because, say what you will about Hulk Hogan, and I hate the bastard myself, but it's Hulk Hogan. And he made the company what it was in the 1980s. He put it on the map in the 1980s, in the early 1990s, and then when he came back again, he made the company what it is today, as much as that pisses people off. He did. So, will he come back? Absolutely. It's Hulk Hogan. Let's be real here. Will the women's title ever return? If it does, who cares? But if it's probably not going to. It's not going to. Will Sasha Banks ever win? Will Sasha Banks win the IC title? I'm going to skip to the next question. Who will defeat the New Day for the tag title belts? Probably one of the teams that they faced already, like the Dragons, or like, can't even think of them. The Usos. There you go. There's always a potential to go back to the Dudley route and go New Day Dudleys at Mania. WWE also has plans to bring the Hardys back, and at least that's what I'm hearing. So you never know. You never know. Will Chris Benoit be inducted into the Hall of Fame? And if you think he should be, please do not ask me questions again, and do not subscribe to my channel, because I want nothing to do with you. Will Brock Lesnar be World Heavyweight Champion in 2016? No. I don't think he will. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. You have lost 3 of your top guys to injury. They may eventually go the Brock route. Maybe leaving SummerSlam or even Survivor Series. They might go the Brock route again. Who knows? Who will beat ADR for the U.S. title? God, I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, the reason why the title was at least semi-relevant is now on the injured list. And now it's on ADR, who, when he's on television, doesn't look like he cares at all, holding the title, making it even more meaningless than it was before John Cena held it. So who will he lose the U.S. title to? I couldn't even name one guy. I couldn't. Maybe Neville. Maybe Neville. But I'll just keep it at that, because I don't know. Alec Costovo, what is The Rock really cooking, and what does it smell like? It smells like Rudy Poo Candy Ass. That's my Rock impersonation for the day. Is Bullet Club really for life? Ask all of the IWC. Ask them, honestly. Who are your top 3 opponents for Styles and Nakamura? For Styles, Nakamura is a little bit more, it's a little tougher. Styles, definitely John Cena. At some point. It has to be done. Who else for Styles? I mentioned a couple the other day, now I forgot. When he comes back, maybe Seth Rollins. I think that their 2 styles could mix well and go and turn into a really good match. I forgot who I've said the third guy, because I was talking to someone yesterday about this. Who's the third guy? Holy shit. I'll go Finn Balor, just for the hell of it. 3 dream wrestlers for Nakamura, or 3 potential opponents, excuse me. Honestly, Dean Ambrose. I think that'd be a good mix. Seth Rollins would be another good mix. Obviously, you could go the route of having Styles versus Nakamura as a match in WWE. You could always go that route. That one's tougher because I haven't seen Nakamura as much as I've seen Styles. Will Daniel Bryan ever be cleared? He wants to wrestle. I'm glad he wants to, but I don't want him to wrestle. I don't think if his fans were smart enough, they wouldn't want him to wrestle. And in my opinion, if he was smart enough, he shouldn't want to wrestle. Because the injury bug has plagued him twice, and the injury that has plagued him involves his neck. And that is one of the toughest injuries to come back from. The reason why Stone Cold Steve Austin retired quicker than he should have is because of his neck. Benoit had a lot of neck problems. Edge had a broken neck, and his career was never the same. In fact, he's retired from it earlier than he should have because of neck problems. So yeah, I mean, as much as I would like to see him, honestly, I don't care. If he comes back, he comes back. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna be pissed off about it. I'm going to realize that he left for his own good, and I will actually respect him more for that, in my opinion. Who are your top 3 likely Rumble winners? Include 2 dark horses and 2 surprise entrants. Ah, crap. The surprise entrance one is really tough. Who's from the Florida area? LeBron James. I'm just kidding. I'll hold off the surprise entrance. I have a video coming up talking about some potential Rumble winners, but it is a Q&A, so I'm required to answer your question. So, top 3 likely Rumble winners. Reigns is possible. I think Brock is more likely than Reigns, but I think Triple H is the most likely of the 3. Yeah, I think it's going to be Triple H winning the title to face Roman at Mania and then have Roman win at Mania. 2 Dark Horse winners, you could always throw in a shocker and have Owens win it, but that's a really low possibility. And another one would be Dean and Ambrose. You know, have that match between Ambrose and Reigns that we got at Survivor Series, but have the one that we should have gotten. Give these guys enough time to have a good match, and not the 8 minutes that they got at Survivor Series, followed by a stupid cash-in, with the show ending 15 minutes ahead of schedule. Who is the best surprise entrant into a Rumble of all time? And don't say John Cena. To piss you off, John Cena. Who is the biggest jabroni ever in WWE? The Rock. Wouldn't it be funny if Kurt Angle was actually lactose intolerant? That would be funny, yes. Who is actually left in WWE? Great question. Great question. Will Damian something Dow show up again in 2016? I wonder what happened to him in 2015. Guy was entertaining. Honestly, let the guy be entertaining. That's pretty much why he's not on the show. It's because he's entertaining. Will CM Punk actually fight in the UFC this year? Possible, but not probable, in my opinion. Will Billy and Chuck come back and join the New Day? Wow. None of them are black, so I'm gonna say no. I'm just kidding. They could as two veteran guys. Why not? That could be entertaining as hell. Most entertaining team of the Attitude Era with the most entertaining team of the PG Era. I think that would actually work. If you had to pick one current WWE wrestler to join Bullet Club, who would it be and why? Oof. Dean Ambrose. I think he fits a club like that. I know he was in the Shield, but I think he fits in something like that. Brian Carr, if you could push John Cena off one man-made structure, which one would it be? Jesus. The Freedom Tower. Why not? You have a slingshot with marbles, a water gun filled with boiling water, or a compound bow. Which one do you shoot Big Show with? Oh, man. What are the options? Slingshot with marbles, water gun filled with boiling water, compound bow. I'll go with the compound bow. Compound bow for sure. If you were on a hunting trip with Vince McMahon, Dixie Carter, Hulk Hogan, who do you stab, shoot, and then hunt? I would shoot. Oh man, I would hunt Hulk Hogan, stab Vince, and shoot Dixie. I don't know. Cheese grater, barbed wire, bat, or Janice. Which one do you violate Great Khali with? Oh my god. That's an awkward question. You know what? All three. Good answer. Where do you see NXT going in the future as a brand, if anywhere? I see them going on the road more often, trying to get into bigger arenas like they did with the original incarnation of NXT. It'd be nice to have some more of those takeover shows on the road, especially hitting the big cities. Like, you already hit New York, you already hit London, hit a place like Los Angeles, hit a place like Dallas, hit a place like Miami, hit a place like Chicago, hit a place like, a wrestling city like Boston, or a wrestling city like Baltimore, or a wrestling city like Atlanta. It'd be nice to have a big NXT Takeover show at one, if not all, of those cities. As a brand itself, it's going to get a lot more mainstream recognition than it has in the last 2 years. I know it's gotten a lot, but it's going to get more. Slowly, I think that the WWE product on the main roster is going to start to transition into more of an NXT hybrid show. And what I mean by that is just the presentation of the show. I'm not talking about storylines, or I'm not talking about matches or feuds or anything like that. I'm talking about just the presentation of the show. It's going to get a more modern feeling. It's going to get a more unique feeling instead of WWE using the fucking Raw set for every pay-per-view, or using the Raw set, wherever the hell they go. Hopefully that happens. If it doesn't, then that would suck. But I hope to God that happens. Because you know what? WWE needs some kind of uniqueness right now, because right now they're really fucking stale. And they have been for a while. And it needs to end as quickly as possible. Here are Walter Main's last 10 questions. Would Bullet Club get over in WWE? Ugh. At first, not really, but I think that they could make it work. Bullet Club has a huge following in terms of the hardcore fans, so, that would actually, they might actually get over. Will Nakamura be a success in WWE? It's not a matter of will he be, it's a matter of if he can be. Will WWE actually book him correctly? Because we've seen in the past what they've done to their Japanese wrestlers, what they've done with them, and the facts that they don't feature them properly. See Yoshitatsu. Will Gallows and Anderson be the tag champs in a year? Hopefully. We need some spice to that tag team division. We need something going on. Will we see a Shield triple threat ever? In the future, yes. I'm hoping for SummerSlam. If not Survivor Series, if not Royal Rumble. I don't see it as a Mania match. But if you did it at another Big Four show, I would love it. If you did it at a Mania, I feel like that's not the most important match on that show. Especially if you have a guy like Taker on the card, or if you had a guy like Cena on the card, or a guy like Sting on the card. Yeah, honestly. Will it happen? Yes. Will it happen anytime soon? Hopefully by the summer. Hopefully. How terrible are the tag belts? Pretty bad. And when will WWE realize that the Divas belt is ugly as fuck? They've ran with it for 8 years. I think it debuted in 2008. So they have a terrible track record, so my guess is they won't realize it sucks, even though it really does. Will Kevin Owens ever win the world title, and will it be a good reign? Will he win the world title? Yes. The good reign part is a little bit debatable. Yeah, because a lot of heel reigns in the WWE in recent years have been really stale. If WWE tried, how many legit main eventers could they have right now? Honestly, I don't fully blame WWE for them not having main eventers. Although in recent years I would have, because at the time they had the talent. Now everyone's hurt. You have Brock, who doesn't make appearances on a full-time basis. You have Cena, who's out for 6 to 9 months. You have a guy like Cesaro, who's out for 4 to 6 months. You have Seth Rollins, who's pretty much out for a year. You have... Who else was out? Randy Orton's out. So, they have... Right now, I can think of 3 legit main eventers off the top of my head that are in the company right now, that are healthy, that are competing. And their names are Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Kevin Owens. So I don't fully blame it on WWE, because if all of those guys were healthy, there would be a lot more legit main event talent. And I know that sucks because, I mentioned Cena and I mentioned Orton, and you guys hate when people mention them, but it's just my thought process. Now WWE's in a struggle because they don't have anybody to turn to. They really don't. If WCW was bought by Eric Bischoff in 2001, where would they be today? Probably not relevant. Probably not even in existence. Honestly. Bischoff he wasn't the problem, but he was part of the problem, in my opinion. Everybody involved everybody who was associated with WCW in their own way was responsible for it closing. Again, my opinion. Will we ever see a 6-man Hell in a Cell match again? Maybe, eventually, highly doubtful. I'll put it at that. That was an outstanding Q&A, guys. This is Q&A number 22. I'll be back soon with Q&A 23 and some more new videos. I have a new video that I'm going to be posting in the next couple of days. It is called The 3-Way Dance, and in that video I will be talking about who can win the Rumble, who should win the Rumble, and who will win the Royal Rumble, so check that out. I will also be installing some new videos of my 2015 pay-per-view reviews. So far I've done Rumble, Fastlane, WrestleMania, and Money in the Bank. So in the next couple of days you'll be getting an Extreme Rules review, a Payback review, and a Battleground review. And then I will start to work on late summer and early fall next week. So check those out. Hopefully I come up with a creative spark and I have some more videos for you guys. But thank you for submitting these questions. This was a fun Q&A. I had a blast. This definitely cheered me up because of the depressing Devils loss earlier that I went to. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. See you later.